I clicked it as soon as you did that too. That's wild that you dipped on me like that. What's going on, guys? Today we're talking about how I know God's true language. Most people don't understand that God speaks to us in many languages, right? And so when it comes to his true language, it's actually simpler than you ever expected. You might notice how computers are run by ones and zeros, and that's like the ultimate translation of the language that speaks, right? So it's like when we type in, if you type in my name, Emmanuel Velasco, it inputs that as ones and zeros, and that's how the computer understands that. So even the computer runs off of God's language. Okay, well, for the example, again, another example. By the way, before I get way too deep into this, my name is Emmanuel Velasco. In case you didn't know, I've made a bunch of mistakes, 200 plus $1,000 worth of mistakes, and I'm looking to get that up to $1,000,000 so then I could come here, tell you guys all about it, so that you guys could be better than I am currently. And truly, the selfish thing is each video that I do is literally for my kids, so they could watch back and then see what that was like, his mannerisms, his skill set, and even learn from me. And then my kids, right? And so this is a generational thing for me, right? For legacy. And so I'm on a mission to help 7,200 people learn everything I know from mindset to business and beyond so that they can each help another 7,200 people do the same thing. And now going back to it. So computers talks in ones and zeros, right? And that's the ultimate language of a computer. And imagine how amazing a computer is. Like it's like, boom, we have this cracked up computer screen, right? But it still works perfectly fine, and it still calculates everything in ones and zeros. Let me show you another one. This is probably something you guys are familiar with. Ooh, it's doing its blinks. You see that? In case you guys didn't know, this is what your phone does all the time. But look, you can't really see it from here, right? The naked eye doesn't see all those blinks. So, anyways, this is the ultimate, computer, if you will, right? And so we have zeros and ones running everything. And so if you did chat here, I did not see it. It didn't pop up on the screen, but I do appreciate you chatting, whoever did do the chats. Um, but so when let me just make sure I got stuff going on. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I mean it's best as it could be. All right, so I'm gonna put you guys on game. So this is something that I've learned many eons ago, but this is something that many don't know at the same time. Damn, this thing's getting dusty. I'm gonna have to just put it in a PC. Like, it's crazy. I'm looking at a RAM stick in case you guys didn't know. I'm in the process of like switching computer pieces around. But anyways, so when it comes down to the God's language is numbers specifically. And here's why. If you notice, everything has a number attached to it. If you go ahead and you look at, I wish I had the seeds that I had before, but I don't keep seeds in this room. So if you look at seeds of, let's say, tomatoes or any type of vegetable, it's going to tell you have to wait however many days to gain that harvest, right? Let's say it's 100 days. So 100 days to gain the harvest, right? And so that's telling you a number of how long to wait. Okay, let's give you the example again. There's 40 hours in a work week, supposedly a full-time work week. And so based on that, you got to get your 40 hours in, right? And so your life force is calculated in hours. So if you work 40 hours, you're full-time. If you're working double that, you're double full-time, right? Or if you're working less than that, half of that, you're 20 hours, you're working part-time. And that's how we calculate, the how much you're working, right? And so then it goes deeper. Let's just go way deeper. So what I'm gonna do is let me just find the screen because I have no idea where the fuck it's at. Boom, that one. All right, so we're gonna put you guys on game, and then we lead into something that's called angel numbers. Angel numbers is really interesting. So based on the time, it is currently, at least how it shows on my clock, it shows military time. It's 20:09, which means it's 8:09. And so based on that, that means it's 809. I'm going to show you how to put this number in. And if any other number speaks to you, there's probably numbers that you're seeing, but you don't understand how to calculate it, because sometimes, you might be seeing 222 all the time. And you're like, okay, that's whatever the fuck 222 is. That's weird. And I'm going to show you how to decode all these messages. So let's first start with whatchamacallit. Let's actually overlay it like this and shrink my ass so we can make this bigger. All right. So right here, what you see is Firefox, but we're going to type in angel number, because at the time it was 809, right? So 809, meaning. Now, so it's going to say right here specifically, 809 signifies divine support from your spiritual path, urging you to embrace transformation, set boundaries, saying no, and trust your intuition as you manifest abundance, bringing an end to cycles. 9, with infinite potential. 0, for prosperity. 8, to fulfill your life purpose. The one that I usually go to, of course, you guys could go to ChatGPT, enter this into ChatGPT, and you'll get all your answers right there, right? And you could input the other thing that I'm going to overlay with this. But so I always look for this one. This is Jonah's Sacred Scribes. I always look for that one. That's the one I've been using for years. So if we go into Jonah's Sacred Scribes, it gives you a little bit more information on the stuff. So we'll just read through it so you understand what's going on. So, and it's going to lead us into also the next iteration of using God's numbers into plain English, if you will. All right, Angel 809. Number 809 is a blend of the vibrations of numbers, the influences of number 0, and the energies of number 9. Number 8 is associated with personal power and authority, giving, and I like Jonah because Jonah is very consistent and gives you a decent amount of information. And like a lot of the times you'll get a lot of different things. Jonah is pretty good being consistent, and it's been around. Look, this was published. Look how ahead this guy was, or this gal was. I don't know if it's a guy or girl, but shout out to you, Jonah. But Friday, December 23rd, 2011. So it's been around for a long time. All right. Number 8 is associated with personal power and authority, giving and receiving. That's a universal law. Truth and integrity, dependability, discernment, and self-reliance, and manifesting wealth and abundance. Number 8 also relates to the concept of karma and the universal spiritual law of cause and effect. There goes another spiritual law. Number 0 is the number of the universal energies source, the beginning point, eternity, infinity, oneness, wholeness, continuing cycles, and flow, developing one's spiritual aspects, and connecting with the higher self, and denotes freedom from limitation. Number 0 also amplifies the energies of numbers appears with. Number 9 resonates with the universal spiritual laws, sensitivity, a higher perspective and expansive viewpoint, leading life as a positive example for others, nonconformity, benevolence, and altruism, philanthropy, and light working. Number 9 also denotes endings and conclusions. And you're going to understand this. I'm probably going to use this one to give you the sauce on the next one so you could understand why number 9 means endings and conclusions. Angel number 809 is a message from your angels that something of significance is coming to an end or a conclusion in your life. This may set off a chain reaction with other related and unrelated situations or issues, also drawing to a close as a result. This is happening for a reason, which will become evident soon. Angel number 809 brings a message that you may be currently experiencing obstacles and hindrances, but this is all happening for a reason. That will become evident to you soon. Trust that your needs will be met during this time, and the universe fully supports you with your life purpose and soul mission. Become curious of the many signs, synchronicities, and omens that life brings you, and be aware of increasing incidences of deja vu and serendipity. And right here, look, number 809 relates to number 8. 8 plus 0 plus 9 plus equals 17. 1 plus 7 equals 8. And that equals to angel number 8. So what this is right here, what this just did, was numerology, which brings us into the next realm of things. So numerology is very interesting. So with numerology, you're able to grab, I guess I can make myself big again. So with numerology, you go ahead and you grab the numbers, whatever they are, right? And so I'm gonna show you what number 9 means. But numerology is broken down to the 9 prime numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? Those are the prime numbers. So everything needs to equal out to 9 specific, or up to 9. So if it's 10, it can't be 10. So that's why you do 1 plus 0. So the example, it was 17. And so it broke to 17 because it's too big of a number to fit in numerology. So then you added 1 plus 7, which equaled to 8. And so that's the same, that's for the 809 number. So the 809 number is an angel number, but then you combine that number to get your numerology number. And what's cool about numerology is you could break down your whole birthday, right? And that'll tell you stuff about you. And so I'm gonna just show you what numerology number, what number 9 means in numerology. Let's just put myself in the corner. Boom. All right. So now we go whoa. Numerology, meaning of number 9. So I'm gonna give you just a simple, and you could see, oh, you can't see right here. It has numerology.com is the usual one to use when it comes to numerology. But right here, it gives you all the answers that you need to know of why it said that 9 means ending, cycle endings and completions. So in numerology, the number 9 is powerful. It represents completion, although not a final ending, more like the fulfillment of one cycle so that you can prepare to initiate the next one. It's a recognition of life's ongoing ebb and flow. And so, with this being said, I want you guys to notice. Remember when I said earlier that I'm on a mission to help 7,200 people learn everything I know so that they can each help another 7,200 people do the same thing? Well, that's not something random. I actually created a system. It's called the 14 Whys. And the 14 Whys, to tell you simply, is you go 14 Whys deep. And so it's like, I'm doing this to, create a better life for my family. I'm doing this because I want to achieve something that my family never has before. Whatever. I did that 14 times. And then the 14th one, which the reason why it's 14, because numerology. So my life path number is number 5. So because my life path number is number 5, I like to make numbers equal out to 5. So 14 Whys is 1 plus 5, 1 plus 4, which equals 5. And so I'm playing with numerology there. Well, guess what? The 14th one was when I said I'm on a mission to help 7,200 people learn everything I know so that they could each help another 7,200 people. Okay, let's do numerology on that. So 7,200. Well, you can't do anything with the zeros, so scratch those. So we're left with 72. So it's 7 plus 2, and that equals 9. So it's the completion, right? And what made total sense is that I was on number 14, the last one. So that made total sense that I got 7,200. It was a random number, like supposedly, right? It just randomly popped in my head, and I was like, okay, 7,200 is the thing. And so when I wrote that down. I started laughing because I know numerology, right? God's language. I started laughing because I could instantly see, oh shit, that equals number nine, and this was the last one that I was going to write too. So it made total sense. And so maybe I might show you guys that. Maybe I won't. But numerology is so powerful. So if we go to numerology.com, just so you guys could see what that looks like, um, I wonder if I could just hit regular numerology, your life path number, right? And then it has like, so these are the core calculators, right? And so we have your life path number. What is that? Usually, most of the times it stems from your birthday. So if you hit your birthday, you do a lot of things. But so um, you go through any or all of these, right? And again, you could do your name because remember I said your like everything breaks down to numbers. So your name is like A B C D E F G. There's 26 alphabets at least in the English language. So that means there's a number associated with each one. A is number one, B is number two, C is number three, and so on and so forth. So when you break it down like that and you input your numerology, so let's do it. Since this is simple, everybody knows my name, I would presume. Reveal the secret meaning now. You see. This is more so giving you a full report. It always stems like, and when you put in all your information, it'll literally give you a pretty decent report on everything. So I'm not going to go through this now. I'll let you guys go through that yourself. But so to give you the end result, so my life path number is 5, right? So we'll put number 5. And so here is the meaning of my life path number. So life path number 5 signifies the adventurer, freedom seeker, and change agent. Scary. Um, Characteristics by a deep need for independence, exploration, and new experiences, making them sociable. Don't tell my wife that because I'm antisocial. Let's be real. Um, Versatile, charismatic, and resistant to routine. I love routines so much. I promise you, if I was to structure this in a way to actually tell you in order of what's going on, it will be a disaster of a video. It won't be as smooth as this, and might be clunky to you, but this is pretty smooth. Um, uh, Resistant to routine, but they must balance their wanderlust with focus to avoid relentlessness and instability. They thrive on variety, travel, communication, and sales, seeking growth and understanding through diverse human experiences, representing the five senses and elements. And so again, it goes way deeper, right? But you could even go as deep to so it's like truly it for me it breaks down to 55. So this is a little bit different. So just to give you a little more insight on what you could do and what are the possibilities or insights that you could get from actually using God's language, right? And so um, a life path, and after this, we dip it, all right? Um, a life path 55 in numerology isn't a standard master number like 11, 22, or 33. So those are the standard master numbers. Even 44 might be considered a master number and sometimes is, sometimes isn't. Um, but a powerful power number signifying intense freedom, change, adventure, and self-determination, often linked to the number five's themes of adaptability and versatility, but amplified. It's about big life shifts, learning through experiences, and embracing transformation for personal growth and purpose. People with this path are encouraged to seek new opportunities, embrace risk, and find balance between professional and personal growth. And then we have key aspects. We got freedom and adventure, transformation, adaptability, purpose driven, challenge, um, how to work with your 55 path, embrace change, continuous learning. I love learning. Like it's very interesting how school taught us to kind of hate learning, to be honest. And learning is so fantastic when you control the curriculum. Like when you're able to go at your pace, because everybody's pace is different. I might could learn something within an hour. It might take you a month. That's okay because we go at our own pace. The thing that might take you an hour might take me freaking a year. So it's like everybody goes out at their own pace, right? Balance and focus, seeking meaning. In the summary, life path, and this is just with a simple Google search, right? You could definitely go in more depth than just like going with the first thing that Google spits out. And again, like all this stuff can be thrown into ChatGPT. You could literally say, "Hey Chat, I got today. I got like angel number, 809, and can you tell me the meaning behind it? And can you also add the numerology meaning with it as well?" And then boom, you click that in, and it gives you whatever answer it gives you. And so again, take it with a grain of salt. There's some things that it might pertain to you, it might not. So like everything that hits, is meant for you. And most of the times, it's like it gives you insight because you're working on things, right? You might be working on something, and it's like, hey, this new change that you're doing, your angels are supporting you with this new change, and that's a good thing because you just got confirmation on what you're doing. Keep doing it, right? You don't need to really seek outside. Everything is within, to be honest with you. You can find all the answers. You just need to understand how to decode them. My wife's gotten so good with this that just based off of the numbers that are within um, either the angel number or the numerology number, she instantly knows, okay, nine, it has this reading is going to have something to do with the ending of a cycle or something when you see nine, right? And so you could start to like adapt these things into your site, and you could actually see it's like, okay, I'm seeing this number often. This number usually means this, so it has something to do with this. Let me look this up. It might be you wake up in the morning, and at that time specifically that you wake up, you just like, okay, oh shit, okay, 6:06. All right, let me see what that's about. Boom, sleepy shit. But then you save these answers. You might sleep past your alarm, or you might wake up before your alarm. Just look at the time and then add that into your angel numbers and add that into your numerology and see what it spits out. It might give you some insight that you've been looking for. But with that being said, this has been, I know God's language. It's numbers. It's always been math, right? Just like a computer, ones and zeros. It's always been math. And so if you're able to play with math, and that's why they want in math to get really confusing for you, right? Because really all you need is addition, subtract. This is for me, right? And I could be wrong, but this is all I've been using for for most of my life that I've been here. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. With those four things, I could build any formula that I want to. With those four things, I could figure out whatever the cost is, add up the numbers, divide up the numbers, get my average of the number. Like, that's all you need. You don't need the algebra 2 and trig, the sin, cosine. Like, that shit was fucking ridiculous. That's when I started getting confused with math. And I was like, what the fuck is going on with math? I got to write down sentences for math? I thought math was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not no like, okay, today the fucking train goes like blah 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 blah, and then the sin of the cosine and the cosine of this, like that shit is retarded. Or geometry. Like, I mean, geometry is kind of important, honestly, but it's like these are things that most of the times you're not gonna use. If you notice, none of the crazy math was used today, and so keep it simple, right? But with that being said, make sure you go ahead, do a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And honestly, what I'm gonna start doing is putting this in the description box below. So if any of you want to contact me or anything like that, go ahead and just go to emmanuelvelasco.com, and then you could contact me for speaking engagements, or you could find some way to again contact me. I get back to you within 48 hours, and we could go from there at least. And if you want a faster answer, you probably like hit me up on Instagram or something like that. Also, I did not put my phone number in the link in the description box below on the previous video. So if you have made it to the end, we're going to go ahead and give it to you now, but we're going to speak it. So if you're not able to get the language of English, this is probably going to be very complicated for you. So pay close attention. I'm going to say this maybe twice. So it's 737-864-0824. Again, 737-864-0824. Now make sure this is a real phone, right? I have it right here in my hand. Text me. Don't call me. I'm not going to answer calls. I'll answer texts. So text me. We could give you a resource. We got plenty of resources to give you. Like I was talking about the other video, plenty of SOPs. So make sure you go ahead and use that resource. You use the Emmanuel Velasco. If you want to go ahead, contact us. We got a couple of different programs and stuff for you guys. But anyways, this has been I Know God's Language, and we'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I appreciate you guys for showing up today. Peace. Oh, I'm trapped.